So now we're going to talk about chapter 19 part B, question number 10. In BC real property taxation system, the actual value of property is. So basically means, so when we sell the property, so what is the actual value? So the actual value is we receive an assessment notice every year in the very first week of January plus the market value. So you combine both, that is the actual value. So the answer is number 4, both 2 and 3, means the value shown on assessment notice, and 3, assessor's estimate of market value. And then there are some other factors too, but in this answers is both 2 and 3. So then we go to question number 13. In establishing the actual value of a residence property for tax assessment purpose, the assessor may consider the present use of the property, the highest and best use of the property, the rental value of the property. So present use basically mean, so you're using your property basically right now as a residential or commercial. Highest and best use means, for example, if you have a rancher surrounded by high rise, it means you are not using your rancher at the best and the highest use right now. Rental value, so how much money you're gonna earn when you rent a property. So the answer is number 4, a comprehensive list of factors including all of those mentioned above. So then we go to the question number 11. You know, we all pay taxes, but sometimes we are exempt fully or partially. So there are certain categories where you are fully or partially exempt. Number 1, crown land, mean government's land, university property, cemeteries, where we get buried when we die, and then there's emergency shelters, colleges, schools, BC Hydro, BC Railways, BC Ferries, fruit trees, then we have churches, mean religious places, Indian Reserve land, non-profit housing for elderly, farm outbuilding in municipal areas, farm outbuilding in unorganized areas, farmers dwellings and unorganized areas, basically mean rural areas, land and improvements used to control or abate pollution in 1996 and thereafter. And then we have a BC 50% of the value of the property used for accommodation of tourists to a maximum of 150,000 of assessed value. Basically any property which is used for tourism but its assessed value should be less than 150,000. So try to remember the main categories, and the answer is all of the above. And then we go to question number 19. Jim O'Hara owned a small office building located on the fringes of the downtown Vancouver, BC. He has just leased the building to Citizens for an Everlasting Planet, a registered charitable organization. In this scenario, all those categories which you mentioned, you know, so this category was not there. So basically, so the answer is number 4, none of the above. Mr. O'Hara may apply for a property tax exemption, no. Mr. O'Hara may apply for property tax relief, no. CEP may apply for a property tax exemption, no. Even if the category is a Gurdwara, church or temple, but if you are using a space to lease, so then you can't get the exemption. Only the portion which you utilize for the religious purpose, only that part is exempt. And then we go to the question number 23. Which of the following property would be fully exempt from property taxation? Martland, BC has recently built a new city hall building. The former city hall is still owned by the municipality but is now rented out and operates as a profitable art gallery. Because this property is rented out, That's why this won't be exempt. A church is located in 1 acre parcel of land in Prince George. The church has built a multi-dwelling on a portion of the site to provide additional revenue. So the site which is rented will not be exempt. University which permits community groups to use its playing field during the summer. Yeah, so this property is gonna be exempt. So number 3 is the answer, because they don't earn any revenues. All owner occupier who earn less than 12,000 a year, no, they are not exempt. So the answer is third. And then we go from there to the question number uh, 12. Which one of the following real property must be assessed at market value? So basically, normally we all pay taxes based on the assessed value, but residents owned by elected government officials like MP, MLAs, mayors, so they pay taxes based on market value. So the answer is third. And then we go to the question number 16. Which one of the following statutes affect the real property taxation system in BC? School Act. This is very important because School Act, so when we pay the taxes, so the certain portions goes towards the expenses of the school. So that's why the answer is 2, School Act. And then we go to the question number 17, and this is very important. Under the Assessment Act, the Property Assessment Review Panel may hear complaints when a property has been assessed at too high or too low an amount under the Act where the complainant is someone other than the owner. Here the somebody else is complaining, not the owner. In that situation, the assessor must deliver the notice of the hearing to the owner. So a person who assesses should deliver the notice to the owner. So the answer is third.